All right, good afternoon, Vertus Communications. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to continue along on this journey of leadership. We started this leadership initiative back in January this year. We're excited to continue the journey and to explore what it means for us all to be leaders, not just in Vertus Communications, but in your life. First thing I want to just start off by saying is that here at Vertus Communications, we believe that everyone is a leader and a follower, and that our titles and positions are just for organizational structure so that we can align ourselves and stay in sync. So it is our leadership that moves things forward. And so you're going to hear us talk a lot about leadership here at Vertus Communications, because it is what's going to lead our organization forward and into the future. And we believe here at Vertus that you are a leader and a follower. So as we continue to explore leadership today, we're going to be talking about ramp up leadership. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. But the first thing I wanted to do, back in January, we provided a definition of what we felt leadership was. Leadership is seeing what is possible, consistently aligning your actions towards what you see as possible, and journeying with those who choose to follow. There are many definitions of leadership, but this is one that we are moving forward with, and one that we are looking to align our organization, because we believe that everyone here at Vertus Communication is both a leader and a follower, and we're counting on each one of us, each one of you, to help us lead this organization into its future. And so when I'm teaching leadership, as we continue along on this journey, I'm going to be talking from three different points. One is the seeing aspect of leadership, the other is the alignment, and then the journey. And today we're going to be talking about the journey of leadership and the ramp up leadership, and what is it. We all play a part in this process here at Vertus Communications, and we're going to be talking about onboarding new employees and new team members. We're in a position to where we're going to be growing. Our client base is growing, and as a result, in order for us to service and to provide high quality services to our clients, it's going to be important for us to add new team members to our organization. And we want to make sure that everyone is equipped and ready and prepared for that future growth. And so a final word on what is leadership. Leaders, they see, they align, and they journey with those who choose to follow. So at Vertus Communications, we define the journey into four different stages. Okay, the first is the ramp up phase. The second is production. The third is transition, and the final is ramp down. And we go over these stages during our leadership bi-monthly meetings that we have every day, where we're sharing the vision of Vertus Communication, where we're going. And today we're going to be focusing on the ramp-up phase, and that's important because the onboarding process of employees and team members is critical to our success. And so one of the slides that I typically show during our leadership meetings is I show reminders of what it means for us to be successful during this ramp-up phase. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically categorize each of these reminders in the categories of C, alignment, and the journey, so that we can bring it home and really understand what it means for us to all lead where we are. So in the ramp-up phase, for today, we're going to be talking about ramping up new employees, new team members. In future sessions, session 6, we're going to be talking about ramping up new projects, ramping up new processes, and then in session 7, we're going to be looking at ramping up new clients and new equipment. So let's break this out. The seeing aspect of leadership. Seeing is about understanding as well. What we see, we should work to understand what it is that we see. As we're onboarding new employees, it's going to be important for us to understand that this is the difference between success and failure. We want new team members and new employees to be successful. That's one thing we strive for here at Vertus Communications. It is our responsibility as an organization to help each and every one of the new employees that come on board to be successful. Why? Because they're going to help us to continue to deliver on the high quality services that we're currently providing our clients. And so helping them out, we've got to see that when there's going to be new employees, new faces that are coming on board. As an organization, we want to make sure that we're proactive and we're helping them through that transitional process. As new employees, they're coming into a new environment, a new culture, And so we want to help them wherever we can to be successful. Why? So that we can then support their clients. And so when new employees are coming on board, they're going to be adjusting to a new culture and new processes. Let's realize that and let's help them be successful. Secondly, how do we as an organization, how do we want to go about aligning our actions to support them, okay? One of the first things we want to do is make sure that we introduce those new employees to the team members. Why? We want them to know and get familiar with their new team members and also with potential clients that they're going to be supporting. What the other thing that we want to do is we want to communicate with them on a daily basis. This is important. Why? Consistent communication is critical, we believe, to their success and really understanding who we are as an organization and how we go about serving our clients. And so we have our daily sync-up calls. We have frequent conversations for myself. When I'm onboarding a new team member or they're part of my team, I want to be in consistent communication. Why? I know they're going to have questions. I want to be able to be available to answer those questions for them so that they can be successful. Also, we believe that everyone is responsible for assisting them to be successful. Doesn't matter if they report to me or not. They're part of the team. They're part of the Verdus organization. I want them to be successful, and I believe that you as well want new employees and team members to be successful as well. So it's an all hands on deck approach. Everyone's helping wherever they can, wherever they see a need to help them and support them. Okay? Another thing is we don't ever want to assume that when we're working with someone that they learned it the first time. We follow up and follow up some more. Why? Because there's a lot of new things happening. They're going through some transition. They're coming in, as I said, into a new environment, new processes, and we want them to be successful. So whatever we can do to help them be successful, we will do that. Okay. Also, with the alignment, we want to ensure that the quality remains high with everything that we do. How do we go about doing that? If someone is reporting to me or someone is reporting to you or they're on your team, we want to make sure that our clients are still successful, that our clients are still receiving high quality services. So we want to rally around and make sure that as an organization that we're helping that new employee or new team member be successful. All right.
No, nothing.
Also, you have patience. We all didn't arrive where we are today overnight. It was a process and it was a journey. And so have patience with those new employees. Work with them. You know, if they have questions, answer the questions. If you don't know the answer to that question, not a problem. Reach out to one of your other team members that knows the answer to that question. We want them to be successful. Okay. And the main thing is we want to minimize disruption of service to our existing clients. Okay. As we onboard new employees, it is important that our clients, it's seamless to our clients, right? And so how we do that is through consistent follow-up, consistent communication, through education, through training, so that they can be successful. So first two things, we want to see that we've got new employees on board. We as an organization want to rally around and align ourselves to providing the support for those new employees. And finally, we want to start the journey with them, okay? And this journey is a step-by-step process. Nothing happens overnight, okay? And so it's what I look for is consistent progress. Are they making progress day by day? And if they are, that's success to us, because no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But what we want to see is that they're making progress toward the goals that we have set for them and the expectations. Okay, so take one step at a time and look for daily progress. Okay, that's one thing that I strive for personally, is to grow a little bit each and every day. Now, and then basically we just repeat this over and over again. Step one, repeat step 1 through 3, again and again and again. It's a step-by-step process. We see, we align, and we journey. And we're all on a journey, and I'm excited to have and to be inviting new employees into Verdus Communications. Okay, so that's the wrap-up process for new employees. For new team members, we're going to be, as an organization, moving resources around. So basically, the only difference between a new employee, okay, and a new team member, and we're just going to click through all of these real quick, you're going to see is culture. Okay, that's the only difference. The process is still the same. We don't want to assume that a new team member that is now on our team knows all the process. We want to take them through the same ramp-up process. But the only difference is that they should already know our culture. They're part of what we're doing already at Vertus Communications. They've been successful on another team, so we want to make sure that they are successful on the new team that they're supporting. Okay? So we want to see, align, and journey with those who are on our team. And you repeat that process over again. So, in closing, today's quote, the quote of the month is, "It's not the client's issue, we're hiring new employees." It's not, okay? We want the services that we provide to our clients should be seamless throughout this ramp-up process with new employees. Yes, new employees, they're gonna make mistakes from time to time, but for those of us who know the processes, who knows our clients, we should be the ones in the forefront leading, making sure that during this ramp-up phase that we're dotting the I's and crossing our T's for our new team members. We want to help them out and be successful. So in the coming months, we're going to continue along this journey of leadership, ramp-up leadership. We're going to be talking about how to go about ramping up projects and processes. And then we're also going to be talking about how do we ramp up new clients. We're adding new clients. What does that process look like? Okay. And then we'll also be talking about equipment as we are in the process of providing services that will require new equipment that we have not used before. There's a process that we want to go through to make sure that we are using that equipment safely. And then in the coming months, we'll talk about production leadership as well as transition. Thank you very much.